I don't have to look at. Hi, welcome back to the Jack and Glenn channel. I'm Jackie.
And I'm her husband, Glenn.
He's my husband, Glenn.
Hey, before we get started, make sure you hit the subscribe button, hit the bell notification as we review Married at First Sight, Season 19, Episode number 2. Episode number 2. All right. As we get started, once again, for those that are new, hit the subscribe button, bell notification. Well, let's get into it. We're going to talk about Married at First Sight, Episode number 2. We got 2 more weddings.
Mm-hmm.
We got 2 more weddings that come up here on Married at First Sight number 2. We see Rhonda, who's 63 years old. She is is she a contestant? Yeah. Oldest participant, right? Oldest participant ever on Married at First Sight, right? At 63 years old, right? Rhonda has been married for 25 years. She's searching for love, right? She's been married twice. She got married at a very young age.
No, she wasn't married for 25 years.
No, she's been searching for love for 25 years. She's been married twice.
Mm-hmm.
All right. She had first husband. They had 4 kids, but he didn't want to work. Didn't want to work. She said, "I don't care what you do. Sweep the floor."
She was like, dude wasn't even like, I mean, let me go get someplace in McDonald's and, cook some fries, so that at least I'm concerned about our family and I could put some money in the bank. No, he was like, "You good?
You good?" So she cooked, she cleaned, she brought home she did everything, right? She did it all. All right. She raised 4 kids by herself.
4 boys.
4 boys.
Ain't 4 boys?
I think it's 4 boys. Yeah, by herself. Whew. Right. Hey, Superwoman, Supermom. As a guy I listened to on a podcast, she's a warrior princess.
I think she said she had two like very close.
Yeah.
Like they're all. It sounds like the kids are stair-stepped. I think she said she had like 2 toddlers under 2 years out of the 4. Like that's crazy.
She tried dating apps. That hadn't worked. All right. She's ready for this experiment, and she's trusting the matchmakers to give her somebody who can keep up with her quirks and be as energetic as she is, because she is very energetic.
Oh my gosh.
At 63, I want to be this energetic. You see the arms on her? She works out too. So I like Rhonda. I love her energy. I love the way that I like her. Hey, whatever comes to her mind, she does. She's quirky, but she's energetic. And I like the energy. Because I always said it too. Age is in your mind. Right? I always believe that age is in your mind. Age is in your mind. And that you can, whatever you think you can do, and whatever age you are, you can definitely do. All right. But she's matched up with Patrick.
Yeah, Patrick.
With a C.
No K.
With no K. Never seen that spelled like that before. But hey, each his own, right? Patrick works in his space operations, right? Space operation consultant. Pat was married for 30 years. They also waited till the kids went off to college, right? Waited till the kids went off to college and said, "You know what? We're done." I think Pat talked about him not even having sexual relations with his wife. Yeah, it was that bad. Yeah, it was that bad, right? Which led to divorce, right? Since his relationship, he hadn't had anything serious since his marriage. No sparks, nothing like that. They also been on the dating apps. Didn't work out as well. All right. Pat believes there are no guarantees in life. And you know what? He wants to be married. He wants to be married badly. So he's going to trust the process.
Mm-hmm.
He's trusting the process with the experts to see if they can work out. We saw Rhonda. We saw Rhonda and her family sitting at the table. Rhonda pulled, it was tarot cards, right? But she didn't say it was tarot card. Whatever it was like you're supposed to meet your soulmate today. Not cellmate.
Not cellmate.
Your soulmate today.
Your
soulmate, right? Soulmate today. And she said, "I'm not wearing a white dress. You wore a red dress," which was interesting because Pat had a red tie and didn't know that she was going to have a red dress. And I'm like, "Oh, okay." They a little intuition, and they kind of matched this thing up. He was at the altar waiting for her. She comes down to the altar, and he was pleasantly pleased. She was as well. she was pleased to see Pat. Like, oh, okay, like I like this. I like him. You know, and smiling all over herself, just happy and as giddy as she could be. Right. Pat was also happy, man. Pat couldn't wait. Right. Couldn't wait for her. He was, as the word says, the old people say, he was smitten.
Yes.
He was smitten. All right. He said Rhonda was jaw dropping beautiful. All right, and smoking hot.
Yes.
Oh man, but she wants somebody who's be adventurous, and they are very adventurous. They're man, she at the wedding, at the reception.
Oh man, she came in there and danced barefoot. I mean, she's like, come on, and just had herself a good little time and thanked everybody in there for putting up with her. I was like,
all I want to say, she danced the jig. She danced the jig, shoes off, and I thought at first Pat was embarrassed. She's like, you gonna dance with me? And
he was like,
sure.
Okay.
He took his shoes off.
Like it wouldn't normally be something he would do, but hey, I do that, and that wasn't the only thing.
If you're having fun, I'm having fun.
That wasn't the only thing. That he was like, okay.
Yeah. We found out Pat lives with his mom, who's 84 years old. He's taking care of her.
Yes, which I thought was interesting. So he says, you know, because his dad passed away.
Yes.
And so he's taking on the responsibility of caring for his mom. But I don't know if he said it or she said it, but somebody said recently. And the dad passed away 3 years ago. And I was like, that's not really recently.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not that long ago, but it's not really recently.
It's recent in his mind.
I think it was her that said it though, because I was like, recently.
You know, we find out that she's a grandmother. Pat didn't say he had grandkids. I couldn't remember if he said he had grandkids, but I do remember her saying that she's a grandmother.
Mm-hmm.
I want to know how that's going to work out if his 84-year-old mother lived with him. That's the first thing came to my mind.
Mm-hmm.
Like, your mom lives with you. You're her caregiver.
Yeah.
You're taking care of her. You're married to this other woman who's 63. She's very adventurous. Like to be out doing things. I don't see if I'm getting married at this age and I got to help you take care of your 84-year-old mother. I'm not saying that's going to be a problem. For me, that would be, it's different when you're dealing with older people.
Right.
You're getting married. So you got an older couple who's getting married who has older parents who are still living. And he has to take care. So hopefully this is not an issue.
Right.
But it could potentially be an issue.
It could. But I don't foresee it being an issue. Unless the mama's cantankerous. That's a
we do have
old word.
Well, we got a cantankerous and busy mom.
Cantankerous.
And we have but when we get to the other couple, we'll talk about that mother because that mother's a trip.
Yeah.
But we're not there yet, right? We're not there yet. But talk about being impulsive and doing things that whatever comes to their mind. They were at the pool. Everybody else was in their room, but they at the pool.
Sis said, let's jump in the pool. He was like, oh, all right. And he like, oh, you're not going to take your dress off? You going to jump in your dress?
See, I'm glad you saw that too. And we watched it several times. Because I swear Pat was getting ready to take his clothes off.
I feel like he was about to unbutton and she was like, what? No, with our clothes on.
Because it said it's cold. Then they actually jumped in and it wasn't cold. But he said, let's get into the hot tub with her dress.
Yeah, he was like, so we're going to jump in the pool and then a hot tub afterwards.
Sure.
I mean, she leaped.
She
leapt.
Dress all over her head. She almost drowned. Don't drown in the water with your dress over top of your head.
His sensibility went right out the window.
Right out the window, right? But again, they had fun. They got out, they talked. It was great, right? He declared that, he talks about how the launch, a spaceship launch lasts 8 minutes, right? But the mission starts when you achieve orbit. And baby, me and Rhonda have achieved orbit.
That's what he said.
That's what he said. They achieved orbit. So in the last 35 minutes, the 2 hours that we've known each other, 3 hours that we've known each other, we have achieved orbit. I guess you just need to jump in the pool with somebody with some clothes on in order to receive achieve orbit. Now I would do something like that. I jumped in the pool before my clothes on. I've also jumped in the pool. Anyway, that's a whole.
Well, I'm not jumping in no pool.
Yeah. Nope. Not at all.
I'm just not going to. I can.
You can. You getting in there. You getting better. You're getting better.
It depends on how deep it is. I'm not finna just jump in this pool.
We're conquering fears one at a time.
Don't do that.
We conquer fears one at a time. But let's move on.
Not too much on me.
I'm not doing too much on you.
Not too much on me.
Let's move on. Let's move on to make the next couple. Megan.
I ain't scared of the water, just so y'all know. I'm not scared.
Megan and Derek, right? Megan is 38 years old. She's been single for the last 7 years. She works for her family, right? Mm-hmm. Megan works for her family.
Like all of them.
Yeah, it's her mom, her sister. Was it her mom, her sister-in-law, her brother, right? That all works. They work with her family. She also has a real estate business.
That she said was going to be her side thing, side gig. But it take way more time and effort than she thought.
Right? A lot more time and effort than she thought. She's tired of dating apps. She's ready to trust the experts and find somebody to marry. And they matched her up with Derek. All right. Mm-hmm. Derek is a COO, right? Chief Operational Officer of a tech company, right? Of a tech COO of a tech company he started up. He's been traveling around the world, working from wherever in the world. Mm-hmm. He decided that he wants to settle down now, and he has some friends in Austin, Texas. He wants to settle down in Austin. He's originally from Maryland. I'm like, what? Oh boy, where you from? But then he got friends in Austin, so he decided to settle in Austin because they say it's fun there.
And he's only been there since September.
All right. He's good looking. They match very well with each other. I can tell you one thing. He has a great set of friends. They brought wigs and everything in before they got married. Like, you know what I thought about? We watched this. You watched this. We watched quarterbacks on the NFL. Mm-hmm. Remember, Kirk Cousins' friends, they would always do that when they got together. Yeah. When they came to visit Kirk Cousins, and when they would do something weird and dress up
on the
sideline to visit this game. So I thought about, this is a neat thing that they do. So he has friends, they dressed up. But this is.
I was just like, please tell me you're not getting ready to go down the aisle in that wig, though.
No, I ain't.
So it was just for in the room beforehand.
Just for in the room beforehand. Then we see Megan in there. Let's stay with a friend. She gave Megan gave Derek a cold plunging. So her gift to him was a cold plunge tub. So let's take this plunge together.
Like before
they got married.
Before
the wedding. Let's take this plunge together.
And he was like, well, I do ice baths. I was like, okay, well, this is going to work. But her gift didn't really match his.
She said let's take a plunge together. Like, we're going to get a plunge. Look, I get it. So he got down.
I didn't say I didn't get
the water and 42-degree water and plunged for about 3 minutes. He gave her a ring box and a nice sweet card. And as she was reading the card, her mama was over there hating. Oh my God, her mom was hating, talking about negativity, talking about killing the room, talking about shutting things down. She talked about how she'd been married for 43 years and
marriage is not easy. You got to put forth the effort in it. And to fast forward a little, she was like, I ain't just putting my trust in no experts. I don't know these people to set me up with somebody, but
Mom might have watched Married at First Sight before. She didn't know this didn't work. But she also was talking off like divorce statistics. Well, 50% of marriages are divorced. And I'm like, you're talking like your marriage is miserable, but you're just there because y'all have money. Mm-hmm. Maybe I'm wrong, but that's what it seemed like to me. Like, you're really not happy, but you can't go nowhere else because you lose out on a lot of ducats. And so now you're there because of the business and because y'all got a little bit of paper. Mm-hmm. And so that's why you still there. But she was like, man, like, it was bad, right? You could tell Derek was nervous coming down the aisle when he got there. He didn't say hi to anybody.
He didn't speak to anybody. That's like abnormal. Usually when the groom is there, they speak to the other family, introduce themselves or whatever. And they even talk among themselves. Like, did he say anything? And Mom's like, no. He ain't saying nothing. But you could hear people, like, while the camera was on him, saying, he looks really nervous. He got to be, like, super nervous. And he was. I said he had to be, too, because Like, I was like, bro, you're not gonna say nothing.
Nothing. He was super, super nervous. But not only was he nervous, he was nervous. But again, Megan was nervous, but she walked herself down the aisle.
She said, I'm giving myself away.
I'm giving myself away.
She's like, I feel like I'm giving myself away.
Her dad had some skin cancer treatment that he had to take care of. That he didn't want to get done. And her brother would say, my brother's so private that he doesn't want to walk me down the aisle. So I'm giving myself away. I'm used to doing things by myself.
That's what she said.
And so I'm going to give myself away. Right?
So you can use me.
That's not.
Give myself away. Oh, not that kind.
No. not that type of. Nope, not that kind. I appreciate you singing, but not that. Not that kind. Nope. Wrong show. But now Derek was physically impressed as he saw Megan come down the aisle. He was physically impressed. He liked it. He was like, "Oh, okay."
Yeah, but I didn't get, like, you could tell, but you couldn't tell. You know, it wasn't like overwhelming. Like, oh wow, oh she looks great. Oh, you know, she gets there. She's like, I'm so nervous. He was like, I feel you. I'm nervous too.
Nervous. Hey, they're nervous as well. They both thought it was freaking hot. They thought they liked each other. They exchanged their vows. Nothing big here. You know, as they go up and they ask the question. She asked, like, where you from? She's from Baton Rouge, Louisiana. He's from Maryland. He explains why he's there, how long he's been there. She explained that she works for her family, that she also does real estate. They get to the reception and now they're talking to each other's family. Mm-hmm. And why him and her are talking and they pan over to the mama and the mama is still gritting. Like, what you gritting on that, man?
That's an old word. Y'all know that word?
Y'all know the word gritting?
Are you gritting on somebody?
Are you gritting on somebody? I'm sorry, I'm telling my but you gritting, gritting on that person, right? And so as he's gritting, the mom finally talks to Derek and she's like, oh, you're not no serial unaliver. I can't use the word, these days. Yeah, y'all shut the channel down, right? You're like, no, that's not me. I'm glad they basically, like, they did background checks on me. I'm good. Mm-hmm. She said, well, we all still together after 6 months. Y'all can still come and visit. Like, what? Wow. Like, that's what we're doing now. Like, she doesn't even believe that they're going. And then she goes on to say, oh, I like his parents. Yeah. She's like, oh, if y'all don't work.
Even if it don't work out, I'll still be cool with your parents.
Yeah, even if it don't work out, I'll still be cool with your parents. Like, really?
But I get it. Like, you just don't expect that for your child, for it to go that way. Even when you know the person and you go through the regular dating process, it still can be a crapshoot, but you took all that out. Mm-hmm. And you're going to marry a stranger? Have you lost your mind? That's how she treated me.
But she was, that's what she wanted, right? She couldn't find anybody else. And so I think at that point, you'd be supportive. You don't be rude to the dude. And I thought she was kind of borderline.
Definitely rude.
Kind of borderline rude and nasty, and no one has ever put her in a place. It's like what you see the moms you see on TV, like in movies. Mm-hmm. I didn't think people would be like that in real life, but they got to get it from somewhere, right? So they got it from her. Mm-hmm. She was nasty and rude. But Megan liked what she saw. She liked Derek. Episode 3 is when they go to the hotel room, right?
Yeah.
So. Episode 3 when they get to the hotel room. But she likes Derek. All right. So she appreciates what the experts picked for her.
But one thing I want to say, even before the reception, after the wedding, and at the reception too, conversation was dry.
Well, he led all the questions, and we'll get to that when we do other review. We have watched all episodes,
but
right?
Even
we're
for
just
that,
breaking it down for y'all.
We
watched all the episodes, so you want to see, yeah. So yeah, it was. But I guess they don't have, and we didn't see them talk to the friends. I wonder if they're gonna do they didn't do the morning after. Remember, I used to talk with the family and friends afterwards, mm-hmm. and all that. So we didn't see that as well. So that's something else that they've changed from Married at First Sight. So you don't see the morning after when they talk to friends and all that, and meet with family members. So I don't know. I got high hopes for them. The financial background, where the jobs that they do. I think Megan and Derek, but we're gonna do a whole different prediction show later. But I got a little bit of hopes for Megan and Derek. All right. So those are 2 weddings that we saw. So we have 4 weddings. We have 4 weddings down. We have 1 more wedding to go to, and that's Jaylen's mom, Belinda. And if you want to know who Belinda married, you're gonna have to wait to review on episode number 3. All right. So if you missed episode 1 review, you can click on the link above you or in the chat to watch that. But if you want to see episode 3, our review to episode 3, click this link, and we'll get you there to episode 3 as well. Anything else you want to say on episode number 2? Well, ladies and gentlemen, that is it for episode number 2. Make sure you hit the subscribe button. Make sure you hit that bell notification so you don't miss any of our reviews. Once again, hit the subscribe button, bell notification, share it with somebody else as we continue to review Married at First Sight. If you want episode number 3, hit the link above. Bye.